Okay. Okay, can you hear me? All right. Google Streaming's giving me a bit of a nightmare. Keeps telling me that some of my viewers may be buffering. Alright, so let's get this party started. As I said in the video, I'm going to do a random number generator. So let's go ahead and get that pulled up. Now I ran the numbers. I've been creating videos on YouTube for 10 months. So this is the standard random number generator that Google has available. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick a number from 1 to 10 for the month. And I'm going to click that generate button, and it says the 6th month. That would be December of last year, because the first one was in July. So July, August, September, October, November, December. December had 31 days. So let's go ahead and put 31 in the same random number generator. I just have a second tab open. And we're going to click that generate button, and we get the 19th of December 2017. 19th was on a Thursday. The first video after that is the 20th, which is a Wednesday. So we are going to go to December 20th. Let's go to this tab here. November. One more. Go up here. Let's see. December 16th. 23rd, 9th, 20th. That would be the Making Shish Kebabs episode. So I'm going to take this link to it, copy, and we have pulled up the random comment selector. So we are going to paste that link in there. It shows that there's only 2 unique commenters that day. So we are going to pick, and the winner is Neck Red Gringo. So that is the winner of the contest. And I will leave this video up so everybody can see it and see how it was picked. I'm just curious. It said there were only 2 unique commenters that day, or on that video. Well, Danny, you actually had a 50-50 chance on that video. So I will get in touch with Neckred Gringo. And actually, let's do this. I can send him a text message because I know who he is. Thank you, Mustang. So, is there any Q&A? Anything anyone would want to know? The rest of this live stream can be freeform, whatever we want to talk about. Howdy, Grampy Campy. How are you doing? So, what did everyone think of the contest and my methodology for picking a winner? You know, Danny, when I recorded the video of the shaving, the one that just posted, there's actually a second in there where I made a comment that you'd probably know as much about this type of shaving as anyone out there. It ended up getting cut in editing. Thank you, Mustang. I put a lot of thought into how to do that because I really wanted that to be more for my subscribers and those that participate. And as long as you continue to participate in the channel and make comments, you're already getting entered into the next contest. Danny, if you're interested, I'll send you a link to where you can order one. All honesty, the one I got and the one I've got here, they're not overly expensive. All right. Moving windows around here. There we go. Dark Matter, how are you today? Dan asked, what town are you close to in Texas? During the week, I'm right in the middle of Dallas-Fort Worth. On the weekends, my cabin is way out in East Texas, and that's usually where I spend my time. I'm probably going to do a day trip tomorrow just to get out there and check the hives and rebait them and do a little bit of work around the cabin and then come back. Right now it's getting into the mid 90s during the day, which is not too bad out there. but not something I'm really wanting to be out in the weather for. So I decided for Memorial Day weekend I'd hang around town and enjoy myself. Plus, I've got a ton of work to do around the house right now. And quite a bit has been added to the plate recently. I really want to redo my daughter's old room and repaint it, redo the flooring, put a new window in because she broke it a few years ago before she moved out. So I wonder if people would want to watch me just work on the house instead of the cabin. I'm sure you would. I've actually been looking into some of the home automation stuff. When I first did home automation years ago, X10 was the thing. I know way too much about that. And it's not dependable. The newer stuff that's coming out appears to be more dependable. Plus, if you want to see something cool, look up Magic Mirror Home Automation on YouTube. It's something people are building, and it's really almost jaw-dropping what it does. Danny, I have thought about solar for the cabin. The problem is that it's nestled back in the trees, and it really only gets about an hour, hour and a half of sunlight a day. Now, I could run cables probably 75 yards out one side to where there's an opening, which is kind of where the beehives are, but further down from them. So, problem with that is that if I leave them out there, they're completely visible to anybody using the easement, and they'll disappear. Lord knows everything disappears if you can see it from the easement. People come through on four-wheelers and will snag anything. My game cameras used to be, well, I still have some, on trees monitoring the easement. And first time I put them in, of course I used cheap game cameras. They were all stolen within about 2 months. I put them back away from the edge where they weren't easily visible, and took about 6 months for somebody to find one of them and steal it. So I went ahead and bought the lock boxes that you bolt down to the trees. Figure if I ever get bees in the beehive, if they're brave enough to steal a beehive, they deserve what they get. So far, last time I was out there, no bees in any of the beehives or swarm traps, but there was a couple of red wasps hanging around one of the beehives. And as I'm walking up to one of the swarm traps, I see something move inside, and I stopped because, I don't have a suit on at that point. And I just watched it to see what was going on. Maybe there were some bees checking it out or something. And whatever it was, well, what was inside the swarm trap moved past the hole a couple of times. And then it climbed out. It was a big old bumblebee. Not sure what he was doing in there. Danny asks, what do I do in Dallas-Fort Worth? That is a complicated question. I am a senior Unix and Linux infrastructure engineer in the aerospace industry. Basically, I make cloud servers run, is a simple way to put that. I've been doing IT information technology for 30 years now, and that's one of the reasons that I created my channel, is that I am surrounded by technology 24/7. If you could actually see what's in front of me right now, um, I've got 4 computers, 2 screens, and the audio equipment spread out right now because I'm doing the live stream. I've got a stack of equipment over here that's upcoming for the system's updates here at the house. I picked this monster up this weekend. Let's get that out of the bag. That's going to upgrade one of my servers eventually. That board has got 2 quad-core processors on it, and it's supposed to have 32 gigs, but while I was working on it, I started having trouble with it. Ended up, 2 of the sticks of memory are bad, so I ended up pulling those. I'm going to have to order a couple more sticks. That one will update the network attached storage server that I've got that manages the movies for the house. Movies, TV shows, music, stuff like that. It's sitting at 9 terabytes of storage for just that function. There's some other stuff on it. It's got a whole nother array within it that does my home directories. Yeah, dark matter. Upgrade them. One of the other upgrades I'm working on, these are fun. That is a radiator. For liquid cooling a computer. One of my systems here that runs the cloud services for the house is running a little hot, so I figured I would set it up for liquid cooling. You know, Mustang, it's really not more complicated than working on a car, to be honest, but it's a different knowledge set. Have a good one, Grampy Campy. Yeah, dark matter. Water cooling the CPU and the motherboard. Now that big one that I just pulled up, when I'm done with it, will be water cooled as well, but I'm going to end up having to water cool the memory. It's definitely different. But I'm ordering the stuff wholesale from China where it's cheap. So the whole setup's like $90. Not overly expensive. Warsaw Patriot, I haven't had an opportunity yet. I've kind of been tied up with other things. I'm so behind on watching YouTube channels, it's not even funny. I think I've got 900 videos in my haven't watched queue yet. Danny, I haven't seen gel cooling yet. There's some people that are going over to liquid nitrogen cooling, but those tend to be what are considered hardcore people that are trying to set records. I just want it to work better. Yeah, busy is an understatement. And I need to clean out the garage, and I haven't had time to even get to that yet. That's full of all kinds of interesting stuff, too. My daughters were selling military surplus at the gun shows for a while. So I've got like, I don't know, 7 or 8 boxes of military surplus stuff out there. Once I get that cleaned out, I'll probably throw some of that military surplus up as a giveaway as well. That's stuff like bayonets for AK-47s, cans, oil cans. Now the list goes on. There's pouches and bags and backpacks and all kinds of stuff. You have a good one, Warsaw Patriot. Yeah, a lot of this is old military stuff. Oh yeah, I've got guns. I pull up another window here, since I can do that. There we go. Yeah, I have lots and lots of guns. AKs, ARs, SKSs, Egyptian Hakim, Lee Enfields, Mausers. There's a bunch of them. Those are the 2 AKs that I built. So, and once they're built, hand built, no serial numbers. Good thing. Yep, there's Mausens in there. I don't think I have. Now, let's back this up. I could talk about guns all day. Why so many? You know, there's an old saying when you collect guns. How many guns is enough? And the answer is always just one more. Most of them were collected over time. Come across some deal. The Egyptian Hakim that I've got is 1960s early import. The rifle itself, somebody was walking by at a gun show and I spotted it over their shoulder and I asked them how much. I asked them what they got, figuring they'd bought it there. And the guy said he didn't buy it, he was looking to sell it, and I asked how much. He said $60, set it up on the table. I looked it over and gave him $60 and it became mine. I'm behind on chat. Yeah, I've seen Zek shoots. I actually subscribe to quite a few of the gun channels, and I enjoy them. I do not have a picture of my pistols in here. Which is kind of surprising. And if I go to pictures, I'll probably never find it. Nope. see if I can find a picture somewhere around here of the pistols. Yeah, there's quite a bit of a historical factor to them. They are collector's items. The Egyptian Hakim was used in the 7-Day War between Egypt and Israel. The SKSs are Russian. The two of the SKSs are Yugoslavian, and they were used during the Revolutionary War. There, that'll work. You can at least see the pistols as well in this shot. Quite a few nice pistols. I've got a original 1911 A1 military issue Colt. That's my baby. That gun is worth a bundle. Anyway, I've been streaming for about 30 minutes now, and I was trying to keep this one short because this was to pick the winners. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Everybody that's watching, thank you for coming, and you have a wonderful evening and a great Memorial Day. Go out and have fun.